Yeah, it's just about 9 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm excited. We're going to be talking about an event and a bunch of events that are coming up at Bay Area Raceway in Dickinson, Texas. I'm going to kick this on the FM, and we're talking to Tabitha this morning. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It is 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, and I have a guest in studio. I'm going to let her introduce herself and then share who she's here representing today. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Tabitha. I am with Bay Area Raceway. I'm the general manager. We're here to talk about all the good things we got coming to the track.
And it's starting this Saturday, right?
Yes, we have a big event this Saturday. So we have our second annual Easter egg hunt, and we are very excited to get to do this. We're going to have all kinds of eggs and events and things going down for the kids. We have the the Easter Bunny coming out, so you'll get to take pictures, and it's all free, nothing you got to pay for, and just kind of enjoy an event for the community.
Is he hard to book, the Easter Bunny?
He is. He's quite busy. So it really takes, lots of emails, really figuring in what days we can make it happen, time frames, yeah. We got it in there just in time to get that Easter Bunny to the track.
So it's the second annual. So last year was the first time y'all did this.
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all learn year one that made y'all better prepared for year two?
Well, to be frank and to be completely honest, it is technically our second. However, it is the first application because COVID had the Easter egg hunt last year.
Yes, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I did.
But it was already advertised and there, and we unfortunately had to cancel it last minute. So, COVID got a great Easter egg hunt, but this one now gets to go to the public.
Okay, cool, okay. But there's a lot that goes into the preparation.
So it's just a matter of eggs. Like we even have golden eggs for ours, which have free go-karts, free pro karts, free laser tags, free player cards in the golden eggs. So you definitely want to search for those golden eggs. But it's just a matter of, it's a time-consuming setup, really is, but it's kind of fun at the same time.
Yeah. Stuffing eggs is a task.
Yes.
That I've seen, because I've seen people do it and I've had to do it myself, and it's a lot of work.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is. And you don't realize it, but like just opening up plastic eggs over and when you're talking like hundreds and hundreds of them, it becomes incredibly tasking, but it's all worth it. Kids get to have fun. Yes.
And so y'all have a really cool setup. If somebody hasn't been to Bay Area Raceway before, what are all of the things y'all offer there?
Oh, goodness. So we have everything from go-karts, laser tag, and arcade. We have now a 3-tier speed go-kart option. So because we have our regular go-karts that you just have to be 55 inches tall for, and then we have our single super carts, which you have to be at least 16 years old for, and then we have our super 2-seaters, which are for parents to drive kids that aren't quite 55 inches tall. And then we have our awesome pro karts, which we've had huge success with and have really, really loved having. And those are ones that you have to have a valid driver's license for, but they go 30 to 35 miles per hour around our track, so they're a blast.
And that's the one, I'm guessing, if you have an opportunity to get on the track, what are you driving?
Oh, definitely those pro karts, for sure. For someone who's been in it literally since birth, you start to lose some of that thrill that comes with it. But the pro karts definitely brought that back for me just because they're a blast.
Okay, cool. I saw y'all had an event there the other day, and it had some music.
Yes, we did. We had a private event, sort of a learning experience for us and wanting to do more concerts. And right now we have a summer concert in the works, which is exciting. And we're hoping to have some success with that. We're working right now on some weekend dates and artists and seeing what we can bring in.
Okay, and that would be new, right?
Yes, it's a completely new thing for us. So just something to do that's fun and different, and then you can also still enjoy the go-karts and games and laser tag, kind of an all-encompassing thing.
So we just got through spring break. How did it go over there for you guys?
We had the best spring break. Honestly, I cannot rave enough about how amazing everyone was. We were incredibly busy and working around all that, but it was such an uplifting thing because we had the best sort of customers coming in. Everyone was happy. Everyone was enjoying themselves, and it was just an all-around fantastic spring break.
Do you think people were, excited and just ready to get out and have some fun, right?
Yes. Families were excited to be doing things, and it really was just such a really positive interaction all of spring break. I was totally thrilled with everything with regards to that.
Mm-hmm. So last year, there was nothing.
Last year was, spring break was basically, it was right right before everything was completely shut down. So everyone was starting to get the nerves of COVID and uncertainty. And so people didn't come out, which of course, was to be expected. But yeah, spring break is usually a big deal for us, and it definitely was dead last year. So it was nice having that energy and vibe again for the craziness. I enjoy it. It's a lot of work and it's crazy hours, but it's a blast.
I know one of the things that y'all don't offer as of now is food, but I know y'all would have like food trucks and some stuff in.
So we didn't do food trucks for spring break only because it's technical stuff, just people getting permits and being able to come out. That part's been hard, but we definitely have stuff for the summer. So we've already got food trucks booking and things being set up for that. It's starting to get easier to be able to do that.
Speaking of summer,
I know.
How is she doing?
She's good. She unfortunately couldn't make it in today because the poor girl had migraines and they take over your life sometimes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe one time you've been in without Summer, maybe, but usually you come in with Summer.
Yes, well, she is sort of my right-hand lady when it comes to anything we do marketing. She, honestly, it's all her. I can't really take credit for anything. She really handles all of that. So, it's what she's good at, and she thrives in it. And so it's why I like to keep the talent around me, and she is all talent. So
speaking of that, as someone who is a business owner, a GM, running a business that's been in business for 26 years, how is it finding those connections with people and staff members and become family members? Is it hard?
So, gosh, this is going to sound crazy, but I've weirdly have this, and this is the only thing I'm going to toot my own horn on, is I have this really...
That's when I need a soundboard. It's
like toot toot. Yes, is that I have this knack for being able to recognize gifts in people, and I will support that gift and, for a lack of a better term, exploit it as much as we possibly can. I will pay for it, and I will gladly help you, hone it, because I don't have those talents. I look for those talents in other people, and I love surrounding myself with people who have all these wonderful talents and supporting them and utilizing them and really kind of encouraging them to thrive through it. That's really honestly one of the things I love about it.
Do you usually see it before they even realize it?
Not always. Like that's a God-given gift that she has with her marketing and advertising abilities and her creative abilities. She's just insane with that. I mostly, they know they have it, but like I have, several friends where it's just a matter of pushing them. Like I have a friend who's a wonderful photographer, and she, I used to force her to take all my family photos, and then she just, because she's got the talent. It's her work. She's doing it. It's just me just being aggressive about, you need to do this. This is wonderful. And here, do it for me. And then they, other people see it, they want it, and then it kind of blossoms into that.
That's cool. And sometimes opportunity.
Yes, a lot of times it's opportunity in that sense. And I love really encouraging those kinds of things in people. So it's always a blast.
Okay, here's a comment that I have to read. This is Jordan Porty. He's with ET Lockouts. He said his talent is breaking into things. So he's a locksmith.
I like it. I've had to use those, so it's great.
And Jordan, I'm wondering, when did you realize you had that talent and kind of said, hey, I can make this a career. I'm really good at getting cars.
Yes.
And, there's a bunch of, cars, they're vehicles, go-karts at Bay Area Raceway.
Well, I mean, just in the sense of the amount of locks I have on my games. We go through lots of locks.
Yes.
So we've actually had to do that before, where something's been damaged and I've had somebody come out and break into it so that I can replace it.
So my friend works at I think it's called Cidercade. It's an arcade in Houston, or it's something like that, where they have a bunch of games and it may be like a bar and restaurant or something like that. But he got a job fixing the games.
Yeah,
the upkeep and all of that stuff. How much upkeep goes into that?
Every day.
Stuff, really?
Well, we have a full staff tech. And then, of course, my uncle, who's a genius in that department, he really is, he comes in, a couple times a week to assess, the main stuff, because he's just been in the game since his birth, and he pretty much knows everything with regards to games.
And you're pretty good at the games yourself, right?
I've got when it comes to fixing them, I have basic knowledge. Once you start, I don't get along with electricity. So once you start getting into that aspect, I'm like, I'm out. I'm going to let a professional. I have hired the professional who can do this. I need to not mess with this. So, I try to keep a basic knowledge of pretty much everything within the business because I just think that's important. If you have your hands out of the cookie jar too many times and everybody else's hands in the cookie jar, then you just don't know what's going on.
Yes, I agree. So, hey, here's another comment. Summer said hi, friend. So she's watching. Summer, we wish you the best. Hopefully that you're feeling good, and next time we can get you in studio.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, talking about video games, is there any that have been there for the entirety of the existence of Bay Raceway?
So we have our original Pac-Man and Joust, which you, of course, know about Joust.
I know about Joust. I'm not very good at it. What are you riding in that game? Is it an ostrich?
It's like an ostrich. Yeah, it's a flying ostrich. It's great. Makes no sense and it's magical.
No, it doesn't.
And you're literally jousting off an ostrich. But yeah, and we have a centipede as well. But yeah, those survived through, Harvey and all that good stuff.
Yes. Are those games, I feel like they're worth a lot of money if y'all have had them for that long, that they're like classic.
They are
games.
classic. They're nostalgia games. I don't know if you would consider them worth a lot of money. They aren't worth what new games cost, but they have a memory value is what it really amounts to. If anything happens and we ever remove Joust, I'm never selling that one.
Yeah.
That one's coming home. And so there's little things like that, but we always try to keep, some memory games in there, like what we call nostalgia row. Like I still have a Mortal Kombat in there, and I love Mortal Kombat.
It's a cool game.
I know.
They're coming out with a movie.
I know. I'm so excited about it. I'm like a little kid when I see the preview every time. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah. So to me, I think, there's going to be a lot more action on the Mortal Kombat game because a whole new generation is going to get introduced to it. Obviously, the nostalgia of everything else. So it's a cool game.
I was totally talking with some friends the other day about Mortal Kombat in the sense of I remember when you used to have to get the magazines to get the little codes on the back so that you knew what moves to do. And
what are you doing?
I'd put it up on the arcade screen and practice over and over again. Yeah, those were the days. Now you can just Google everything. It's not the same. You had to work for it back then.
I was talking to one of my friends, this was through text in a text group, and he was mentioning how everything's at your fingertips. It's not the same as it used to be. 80s and 90s were great, and they were growing up. But the one thing that I've noticed, and you have kids as well, so there's DJs in the back seat at all times. If you're with your kids, they know you have every song ever in your phone, and they can request it at any time. They didn't have to go through, I got to listen to 104, KRBE.
Record it.
94.5 The Buzz. I got my cassette in my 6 CD changer that I got for Christmas and I prayed so hard for, and I had to hit record, and then I didn't know who sang it.
Yes,
until the DJ was like, that was lit. Whatever it was.
Yes. No, I know. It was the best. I mean, I still making a mixtape of all your favorite songs was such an endeavor. Maybe that's why it was so romantic back in the day to make your significant person
hard work.
A mixtape of this is our relationship when you were in high school and whatever.
Right.
But it's definitely different. With the DJ thing and the kids' requests, I'm gonna start putting up a jar and be like, you're not getting your song until you put some money in there. I'm tired of all y'all's requests.
Yeah, this is the way it works now. Right now, it is 9:12. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. My name is Gardy, talking to Tabitha with Bay Area Raceway about some events that are coming up and some things that have happened. I know y'all had another event that had to do with blood.
Yes.
What'd y'all have?
We had our blood drive right around Valentine's Day. Had to do with blood. Let's get specific. Yes, and it went really, really well. So we wanted to say, everyone, thank you so much for coming out to that and really participating. We had a very successful blood drive. It really was. It was one of the best ones we've had, and we've done it before. And but we got some really great donations out of it. So it was quite wonderful.
I remember one of the ones y'all had, was this last year? It must have been a year before COVID, but y'all had food trucks.
Yes.
And I guess it was last year, right? Because it seems like it wasn't that long ago, but it had to have been a long time ago.
It was a year and a half ago, I think. But we did it. And we had some food trucks out. We kind of had the whole shebang at that time. Like I said, food trucks have just been difficult lately. So that was always been the hard one.
I think that they aren't handing out new permits.
Yeah, it's been hard for them to get permits to be able to do an event or a weekend or anything. So that's where but it seems like it's starting to open back up and become a little bit easier now.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case. So, are y'all going to be doing those regularly, those blood drives?
So we try to do them at least once a year. So we will always try to set it up to where we have it around Valentine's Day, and then we might try to do one closer towards the end of school year I'm sorry, not the end of school year, the beginning of the school year, so August and such. So we just got to see how we fit it in the schedule.
Okay. And here's another comment that I want to read. This is from Danny Staley. What's up, Danny? He said it's been a while since he's been to Bay Area Raceway, but he wants to know if you guys have Killer Instinct. Do y'all have that game?
We don't, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. We have some other great older games and some really great newer games that have come into play, but I don't have Killer Instinct. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know, Danny, maybe we need to get you like an emulator for your house so you can have something to have like every game. Yes. Those are pretty cool.
Yes, and that's actually become very popular in those scenarios. The whole I don't know if you've noticed, but they even started making like the nostalgia games, as I call them, like consoles where you plug it into your TV and you got Atari style Pong. And by the way, they have an amazing new Pong game that is an arcade version Pong table that's so much fun. And it's one of the ones I think I want to get, but I was sitting there playing that game like nonstop at one of the conventions we go to for our business, but it was a blast.
They have video game, like, like in conventions?
Yeah, it's called IAPA.
What all do they have there?
Literally everything from roller coasters to food trucks to new arcades, things. I mean, I do mean down to the POS systems that you use for selling the stuff. It is literally your catch-all convention for seeing what's in the market.
What would it take to get a roller coaster at Bay Area Raceway?
So space. I'm out of space. That's what it would take.
Yeah.
I love roller coasters, so of course I'd be down for that. But we just don't have the space for that.
We just put it where Jack in the Box is. They aren't using it.
I have tried to call people about that piece of property.
Yeah.
No one answers. But yeah, I wish.
You could just go over the bayou.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a lot of waterway issues there. Because I still have in the works that I would love to do the zip line where it kind of goes across that little cove I have and from one side of the property to the other. So we'll see if it gets to work out that way. But next is putt-putt. So if we could stop having some historical events, I could get putt-putt down.
Putt-putt would be very fun.
Yeah. Future
goals, right?
Yes, future goals.
Okay, cool. All right. So we talked about the blood drive y'all just had. Y'all had an awesome spring break. You know, we also talked a little bit about concerts, but we can touch back on that again. So if somebody's looking to have an event, is that something that y'all like offer packages? How can they reach out to you guys?
Yeah, so we prefer doing everything over the phone, which is easier communication. So we don't book anything online. So I always preface that. You can ask us questions on all of our socials and our website. However, we do prefer speaking with people to go over the options. So they can give us a call, 281-337-7223. And we can go over the different types of packages we do. We do anything from our party on the bayou, which is our pavilion parties. Those are our longest ones. They're 3.5 hours. You can barbecue, have piñatas, and you get all-day bands with those. So you don't even have to utilize your party time for activities. So like things like that where you can come in and really set it up for your family and have something fun for them.
Okay, here's a comment from Mark Kovich, and I'm friends with him on Facebook. Anything that I know about cars and speed, I know from Mark's memes. That's it. I'm not really like a car person other than I have one, and that's it, right? So I know. Thank you, Mark, for all the knowledge. I'm looking at the camera.
I was like, is he right there? Oh, my God.
No, thank you. So he wants to know, he said, how fast are the carts? And then Summer was like, actually, we have pro carts. He's like, well, how fast are the pro carts? How fast are we talking?
So those go anywhere from 30 to 35 miles per hour. They are hand governed just because of how go-karts are set up. So there's not a exact speed. That's why we always give that 5-mile ratio. And so, but we have a steel beam turn-by-turn track. So a lot of people are like, oh, K1 in pole position went faster. Yeah, they also had cushioned sides for you to crash into. Not the same. It's just not the same as steel. Steel hurts. So those are sort of our maxed out speed for those, but it's a blast. And you really get to start to push drifting. They're a 2-wheel drive go-kart versus a 1-wheel drive go-kart. So it means it needs speed to turn. And they're a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It takes a little bit more driving skill to really drive them well.
Cool.
But it's fun.
And you have to have a license, right?
You have to have a valid driver's license, yes. We have the only 6 in Texas.
That's what I was going to ask, because I remember you mentioning that before.
So originally we had the very first 4 built. We had the only 4 in the United States. And then they sold 8 of them to Florida. So Florida has 8 now. And then we got an additional 2, so we have the only 6 in Texas now. So our original 4 are a year old, and then we just got the 2 new ones right before spring break.
So whenever someone's in those carts, are they allowed to drive with the other carts at the same time?
No, we actually do them separately. Mixing 30 to 35 miles per hour with a 12 to 15 mile per hour regular go-kart and a kid, not a good combo. So what we do is we alternate. We run our regulars or supers and our 2 seats together, and then we run our pro karts separately. So it's also it's a more of adult experience, and kind of lets you have that time on the track and really get into some racing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just imagining in my head, like, hey, why isn't mine going that fast? Or I don't know. We had a really cool event there with you guys.
Yes.
Where we partnered up and had like a competition, I guess you would say.
Yeah, it was straight up competition. Yeah.
It may be time for another one.
I agree.
But can we be on the same team?
You mean you don't want to go against me now?
We'll just pick someone else. We'll just pick someone else. No, I don't want to go against you. I want to go against someone else. Like, we could be on the same team, and we'll just find any other business.
Okay.
And we'll go against them, okay?
I got this. That's great.
And then we'll have fun. So it was set up. What were the different things that we all went through?
We had our race on our go-karts, and then we did the games where each person kind of had their game off, and then we did teams for laser tag, and you got your butt kicked in all of them. Yeah, that's how that went down.
We were competitive.
We were very competitive.
And technically, I think it was by a fluke. We won laser tag. Was like it.
Yeah, we had a vest down. One of our vests wasn't shooting, and so
we were up or something.
Yeah, and so y'all got up because one of our guys wasn't able to shoot people and score.
So Mark said, hey, he challenges KHEA Radio. So Mark and his wife Stephanie, they own Furniture Zone in Dickinson, which is a great local business.
Absolutely.
And they're a great family. They do a lot, give back to the community. I love them.
I've heard wonderful things about them, wholeheartedly wonderful things. Mm-hmm. So
I have a friend who just moved into a new house in Lagomar. Have you been to the lagoon?
No, I haven't. I've seen y'all's video and stuff about it. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah, we've been like every weekend for like the last 6 weeks. Nice. But every time we go, we're working, which is fun. It's fun work, but we don't get to like do anything.
Yeah,
unless you like accidentally fall in the water, like oops, And it's like, oh, this is awesome, and a drink's in my hand. It's all by accident.
Yes, absolute accidents. I understand this 100%. Yeah. No, it's on the list to do. I just have to I literally had my first day off Sunday. Since way before spring break.
Yeah.
And I slept.
I was going to ask, what'd you do? Just chill, huh?
I literally slept. I slept because I was so behind on it. I mean, I was doing like 16-hour days, and because we were just that busy. It was just insane. And getting everything prepped beforehand just takes a lot of time and effort because we go through and we make like integral, detailed maintenance on our go-karts and make sure they're ready for that kind of, usage because it's a lot within a week. And so there's just a lot of prep that goes into it.
That's cool. Yeah. Do you ever wear like the suits that they would wear, like the jumpsuits and Bay Area Raceway on the back sponsors?
Too hot for that business here. I do not need to die in that kind of heat. Way too hot for that. No, but I think I need to get one made just for fun because that's a wonderful idea. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. It's going to be lime green.
Yeah. How mad would the staff be if everybody had to get one?
Believe me, I love my staff. I have a wonderful staff, but they already hate wearing the T-shirts I ask them to wear for Bay Area.
But sometimes it's not even T-shirts. Sometimes they're dressed up as Mario.
Well,
and
yes, I do put them in. That's the best part because I do put them in costumes a lot of the time, which is fun for me. Sometimes they enjoy it. Sometimes they don't.
Right.
This is what you're doing today.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I know you've had those events in the past. What is that?
So we actually will have our annual 4th of July Mario Kart event coming up, which we're excited to do because it's so popular and everyone loves it. I love it. It's probably the most entertainment I get by watching my customers ever.
Yeah.
But it's where we do these bags of water balloons, and the kids can buy them and have them in the cart, and parents can buy them and not be in a go-kart, and
just like
they
slam them at your kids.
Yes,
and they can buy.
I'm serious. The parents have so much fun just pelting their children with water balloons as they're going around the track. And then we always have Mario and Princess Peach there, and they go and they ride and they pelt balloons as well, the kids. And and we do it as safe as possible, mind you. They wear goggles and, just to keep everyone safe in that situation. I usually have a staff out there with a water gun, squirting the kids with water as they go by. But it really is a blast, and everyone has loved it. I have people that ask, hey, y'all, just to make sure are y'all still doing that? I was like, yes, it's in the books. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and we get to do it again. So.
Yeah. There's so many characters in that game.
Yes.
If there was any others that you could add, is there anything that comes to mind? Because it's like everybody in the Mario universe.
Well, I mean, you got Luigi, who's always left out. Poor Luigi.
Yeah.
He's got like middle child syndrome. He's just never thought about.
I'm going Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong.
Yes. I've just lost the name of him. My brain is.
Is he bad guy?
The bad guy.
Is it Wario?
No, is that his name?
He's yellow and purple.
No, not him. Not the yellow and purple. The green.
Bowser?
Bowser, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I could not think of his name for the life of me. Bowser. I would love to add like a Bowser because I think that would be hilarious.
I'm always wondered like when did his name become Bowser? Because I remember playing like on NES, my Nintendo, and it's not like he had a name. And then the next system came out and it's like his name is Bowser.
I don't remember. That's a really good question. Did you know? I just found this out through a video that someone sent me because I didn't know it. And I used to play Mario like insanely. That the big jumbo ghosts that you can kill them.
How did you jump on their head?
No, you slide. So you have to slide, hit them, and they'll die.
Ah.
I did not know that was a thing until this video.
The big white blob?
Yes, the big white ghost. The big one, the jumbo one.
He looks like... He looks kind of like this guy.
Yes, he does. They're the huge round ones.
Yeah, but a little bit more circular. Which, by the way, do you drink energy drinks?
I can't.
Okay, well then I won't even tell you about this. It'll hurt your feelings.
Oh, no.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, I wish I could have them because, it'd be a kick in the day. But, yeah, no, they give whatever they put in them. I've learned I'm allergic to something. It gives me heart palpitations.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not fun for me.
Yeah, that's why they put those warnings on them. It's like, you shouldn't buy this.
Yeah, I'm the
over
person
18.
they put the warnings on for because
Yes.
I cannot do it. So, yeah, I just stick to my good old coffee and really try to kick it through with that.
Yeah, well, what they do is it's like, well, if you drink one of these, it's like 10 cups of coffee.
Oh,
Now, I don't know if that's not the ratio.
It's like, no,
Don't reach out to me. People are going to, you're wrong. I like coffee too. There was a point on this show where I started with an energy drink and like finished it off with a coffee. And it was good for a while, but then my voice started like leaving me and I was like,
What?
I can't talk anymore because I was so energetic and I think I was speaking too loud.
Oh, yeah, you were just overused because you didn't realize how.
Yeah. And then I couldn't sing because I do music at church and there was a lot of stuff. So I was like, I need to tone it back. I talked to Dr. Chapa and he was like, maybe just pick one.
Yeah,
the energy
don't
drink
do
or the
both.
coffee.
Yeah, don't
do
combine
both
it
every day. So.
Yeah, no, I learned my lesson about that one a long time ago. So.
Yep. So here's another comment. This is from Jordan. He said, "Death Wish coffee is the best." So it sounds like it's the worst. Like that,
I know.
like the name.
Although I'm kind of digging that name. I like it. He's on a roll though. Is that the same one that asked about the Killer Instinct?
No, that was Danny.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the same guy. I was like,
Jordan was E.T. Lockouts,
oh, that's
who
right.
said he has a talent for
That's
breaking into
into
people's
things.
cars.
Yes.
Hit him up if you need in.
Oh goodness.
So can we remind everybody what is taking place this Saturday and who's invited?
Yes. So everyone is invited. Every single person. But we have a completely free Easter egg hunt with free pictures for with an Easter bunny, and it's you take the photos, so you have everything immediately. We'll just set up the pretty couch and the Easter bunny, and you get to set your children around and enjoy the day and hunt some eggs and ride some go-karts and play games and laser tag.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a great time.
I think it's a great time, but I also am that kid that really liked Easter egg hunting. Like, it was a competitive thing for me. I was like, I will get all the eggs, get out of my. I was like throwing 3-year-olds down at 4,
Yeah.
like, throwing elbows. Like, I was all about it.
What did they put in the eggs? Was it candy or like change or?
Well, so
anything?
my family always did money eggs too.
Yeah.
Like, those are the ones you always, and we of course quarters and nickels and dimes were the thing back when I was a kid, and so like we would always like see who won the most money, and then like my grandparents specifically, my Mimi and Papa would always do like the big golden eggs with like dollar bills and stuff in them, and so of course we were always looking for those. We won't have money eggs at the track, but we will have eggs filled with free go-karts, pro karts, laser tag, and player card.
It's better than money.
Right? It's fun times. So it's good stuff.
Very cool. One more thing about Easter. You ever see those pictures people post on social media where it's like from the 80s and 90s and it's the scariest Easter bunny?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah.
And the kid's crying and it's like, well, that makes sense. Or they're
Yes.
not. And it's like, this is a creepy photo.
Yes. So our Easter bunny, I have personally seen our Easter bunny, is not very creepy. Very, very nice. In the realm of creepy bunnies. So we should be good on that department.
Okay. Awesome. Well, if somebody wants to reach out to you guys, what's the best way for them to do it? And then social media, right? You'll have
always reach out to us through social media. You can message us. Both Summer and I are usually on that, trying to respond as quickly as possible through Facebook or Instagram. But you're always willing to BayAreaRaceway.com. You can even contact us through our website. It's got an option for that as well. And always give us a call. We're happy to talk to everyone. We're still very adamant about one-on-one personal involvement with people. So we love chatting with everyone.
Okay, one more comment, and then we can sew this show up today. This is from Kurt. He says, how come every time they come on the show, they want to beat us? The first time losing wasn't enough.
He was a really sore loser.
Oh, he's the worst. He is the worst. And I'm just going to leave it at in general.
Yes. Oh, no. I mean,
I'm just kidding.
If I really need to do some ego boosting, I can try to lose. I can't guarantee anything, but I can try to lose.
Probably not a joust.
Not a joust. That one's just too easy for me.
Yeah.
So,
you can't even lose on purpose.
Yeah. That one's just really hard for me to lose. But yeah, I'll try to figure out something I'm not great at Guitar Hero, so I can attempt Guitar Hero.
Okay.
But
that's what he did.
Well,
and then he just was putting on a show, not even doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Because after you get to a certain point, it's well, I'm not winning. I might as well act like I wasn't trying, you know?
It's all good. It's all good. It's all in the name of fun. Yes. I love a good competition. I think it's fun. Even when I actually I don't mind losing. I'm just one of those people, when I lose, I will practice and try harder for next time and make sure I try to win next time.
Exactly. I like that.
So, yeah.
Thank you for hanging out today. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it so much. It's always fun.
This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. All right, social media. Again, feel free to share this out, ask questions,